Now, let's just take a look at this claim that there are basically no big European companies that were founded recently. Well, okay, so Novo Nordisk, these are the top European companies with over 100 billion market cap. Sorry, it's rather small, but that's because there are a lot of companies. It's not like there aren't any. So Novo Nordisk with a market cap of 373. Now, I'd remind you that market cap's been shooting up. It hit nearly 600 at one point. Why? Because it has this drug, Ozempic, which is basically helping us to undo the impact on our bodies that all of the other successful European companies like Carrefour and Lidl are producing. Now, you may say, well, this is a kind of a circular economy argument, but circular economies are very much in vogue, and what is wrong with that? But basically, Novo Nordisk is highly innovative. Okay, it's not digital, but it's still pretty cool. Now, LVMH, well, LVMH isn't that digital, but it's still extraordinarily innovative in its organization. If you know, there's a fascinating podcast called The Acquired, which has a great story of how LVMH got to be where it is, and it's by innovating and innovating continuously. Well, SAP, that is digital. ASML, well, it produces machines, but the machines only exist because of the digital economy. So I'm actually not quite as depressed by this sign of the companies, except that Draghi wants me to care that none of them were set up from scratch in the last 50 years. And I mean, that's really a little bit of playing around with definitions. I mean, LVMH was not set up from scratch, but it was founded in 1984 out of the shells of various bits of companies that weren't functioning very well. So whether you call it scratch or not is, I think, reflecting something more interesting, which is that the successful US innovative companies, which do have very large market caps, are largely in the digital platform space. Okay? Now, that's clearly something where Europe has not been doing a great deal of innovating. But we've been innovating in lots of other parts, and one of the things I hope we'll talk about today is how much is it important whether we innovate in the digital platform space or whether we innovate in the enormous other range of areas in the modern economy, which uses digital innovation, but also does lots of other things, like makes obesity drugs and makes beautiful hotels like this and so forth. Okay,